But first, a Filipino man wants to stay in Canada. That's because he's making some serious allegations against a church. This is CBC Vancouver News at 6. It has generated huge headlines in the Philippines, and now the man at the center of a major religious controversy there has fled here, claiming refugee status. He alleges he and his young family have faced death threats and are being stalked after he raised questions about possible corruption inside what he now calls a cult-like church. The church, though, denies any wrongdoing, claiming the would-be refugee is facing prosecution, not persecution, back in the Philippines. Greg Rankin now with a story you will only see here.
Look all around you to make sure that nobody's following you.
Skype is the only way Lowell Menorca can see his pregnant wife and 2-year-old daughter hiding out in Asia while he seeks refugee status here. The family separated, on the run, he says, from members of their former church in the Philippines.
They consider us an enemy of the church, and they would do anything to destroy us.
The INC, or Iglesia Ni Cristo, Spanish for Church of Christ, preaches these are the end of days, and it is the only true church, one that has recently spread to BC and throughout the world. A former unordained INC minister, Menorca says the Philippine-based church expelled him after he was suspected of being a dissident blogger, alleging corruption and other irregularities in the INC.
Investigation room.
Menorca has generated headlines in the Philippines, hit with over 40 criminal libel lawsuits by INC members, after he alleged he was illegally detained by the church and arrested by police. Then, in March, just as he was about to ask the Philippines courts for protection, he claims he found this photo of his family left on his car in Manila, an X through the face of his 2-year-old daughter, and the message, "Say goodbye."
That afternoon I said, let's get out of here. I can't risk the life of our daughter.
Menorca is now in Vancouver applying for refugee status, but he claims he's being stalked here. Photos of his recent visit to a local shopping mall posted online, accompanied by comments such as exact location and watch your back, someone is behind you. Contacted by CBC News, one poster referred all questions to the Western Canada division of the church.
The Church of Christ is a law-abiding church.
The INC flew its North American lawyer from San Francisco to Vancouver for the CBC to deny any church involvement in what he calls Menorca's fabricated claims.
How would he not notice? And how is his face all like, I don't know what's going on, but it's really close to his face.
So you think this is a setup? He's
definitely a setup.
Appointed by God in these last days is the church administrator.
The INC's current leader is Eduardo V. Manalo, or EVM, grandson of the founder who claimed to be the last messenger of God. Manalo is revered by his supporters. This church-produced video repeats that phrase over 30 times in 3.5 minutes. A Philippine watcher, this associate professor at UBC's Institute of Social Justice, says the INC has encouraged a deep veneration of its leader.
Observers of the church might say that it has some cult-like characteristics.
But the INC denies it's a cult and says Menorca is fleeing prosecution back home, not persecution.
When you study the facts based on evidence, they'll find that that's an empty claim, and I'm sure that they'll deny his application.
In his refugee claim, Menorca alleges the INC has infiltrated the Philippine government and police, and that he's no longer safe there.
I'm hoping that Canada can be a safe refuge for people who are being oppressed by a church of all things.
Canada's Immigration and Refugee Board will rule on Menorca's claim later this summer. Eric Rankin, CBC News, Vancouver.
Many stories that we look into come from you, the viewer. So let us know what you think we should be looking into. Drop us a line at that email address, investigate@cbc.ca.